aimless and foolish, like a hat on its block in the store. But there's nothing mournful about it. It cannot be sad and lone, for the lack of something within that it has never known. But a house that has done what a house should do, a house that has sheltered life, that has put its loving wooden arms around a man and his wife, a house that has echoed a baby's laugh and held up his stumbling feet, is the saddest sight when it's left alone than ever your eyes could meet. So whenever I go to suffering along the eerie track, I never go by the empty house without stopping and looking back. Yet it hurts me to look at the crumbling roof and the shutters falling apart, for I can't help thinking the poor old house is a